guys. You can't hear me too well, I'm sure, but I thought I would do at least the starting of a whole body video. All right. And this way you can see that it's working for me, right? I'm going to get into it. My computer back here, and you know, the cardiologists had their sleeves bared, so I'll go ahead and bare mine. And as I'm looking at you and talking to you, okay, I want you to go ahead and just take a look at the morphology of my arms and some of the other parts of my body. I guess a little demonstration here too. All right, so don't need to suck anything in. Sorry for the bare midriff, but you guys got to see kind of sort of what's going on here, right? So I'm going to get into that in my video. So hope you like this intro. So good morning. After that intro, well, here I'm sitting at the computer, and let me just start out by saying Big Food is scared to death. I saw Dr. Barry video where Big Food is saying, when is this keto thing going to end? And it's not going to end, guys. And just real quick, let me give you just the down and dirty on keto. No sugar, no grains, okay? Everything else pretty much you can go ahead and eat. You want to be careful of starchy vegetables like carrots, tubers like potatoes. Beans and rice are off the menu. Of course, bean is a legume, rice is a grain, so right there. So what did I really do? Me personally, I cut out bread and I cut out added sugar. I didn't eat too many potatoes other than French fries, which is the only kind I liked, and I gave those up. Although I don't eat that many salads, I've turned more into a lipivore, which is kind of a fativore, if you will. So I concentrate on fats, and then I'll eat the proteins where the meats are dangling off my fats, kind of thing. I find that's best for me. And again, just at the beginning here, you saw my physique, and I'm 55 years old, quickly approaching 56. I'll compare my blood work with any cardiologist out there. Sorry, there's where the money is, right? So I actually don't have high cholesterol, and I eat a ton of eggs, I eat a ton of butter, and I eat a ton of meat with skin, where applicable, like chickens, for example. So let's get into it. They had two cardiologists on this video that I saw. And I'm not, well, if you want it, let me know, and I'll look it up and post it, but it's a propaganda piece. They have something to lose if you all get healthy. They're cardiologists, so obviously they bank on the fact that they need people to get sick in their heart so that they can fix them. This is what they've done for their 16 years plus of schooling. I'm not poo-pooing them, that we need people to work on hearts. But we don't need them to go ahead and promote, and they may reasonably believe they're promoting the right thing. They're using all the ancient evidence of how saturated fats, this and that, harm you. But it's just not right. Morphology, that is the shape of the body. But they are inflamed, and they do eat a considerable amount of carbohydrates. I can actually see that more on the cardiologist on the right, a little less on the cardiologist on the left, but she does have the fat arms. And I don't notice fat arms in keto people, and I don't notice the fat arms in carnivore females, especially. So let's talk about the couple of things they talked about and why she was so mad at the keto diet. Why would you be mad at a diet? It's not a religion. It's not a political party. I have a problem with mad doctors, okay? I'm a mad doctor. Why? It's a method of eating, and it's rather healthy. It's salads and steak. I mean, who the hell can go wrong with that? You look it up yourself. And she makes a bunch of claims. She doesn't identify the diet. She doesn't give us her blood work. I'm more than willing to give you mine. I have. Go back in the vlog. The last time I took my blood, I think it was in somewhere in May or June. And I haven't changed my diet, so I don't think it's going to change. I don't need to check my blood every 6 months. I'll probably check it in another year. I don't like getting poked. I really don't, friends. And the next time I get poked might be the last time I get poked, because if I'm good for the whole year, at weight, I don't see things changing. They're scared to death, the food companies, and then by virtue of that, the big farm companies are scared to death, because if you people start eating one ingredient foods and you start really helping yourself into your 70s, 80s, 90s, okay, number one, big food doesn't deal in one ingredient foods. Okay, they deal in processed foods, they deal in boxes, they deal in ingredient lists that have more than a paragraph or so, all right? And then when you become healthy, you're not going to need meds. I personally have 5 or 6, I guess, I don't want to call them patients because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm a healer, I'm a holistic healer. I'm a health coach, that's what I do. But I don't make money on these people. I'm giving away my, I have a job, so I'm giving this away for now. Now, is there a future in health coaching? Hey, maybe, I don't mind making money like the next guy. But everyone, bar none, has come off medicines. My friend John, he went from 330 all the way down to 260, and he's off metformin, he's off everything but his blood thinners, which he's, hey, I get you. Until one of your proteins looks right, you just do what your doctor tells you to do. Don't do what I tell you to do. But I believe he is off BP medicines. He's off all of his glucose medicines. All he has left, from what I understand, is his blood thinners. And that's between him, his God, and his doctor. That's not my issue whatsoever. I've known him for, about 30 years. A little over, over 30 years, 34 years. We were in the Coast Guard together. So, he was one of them snipes, and I was a decky. So anyway, if you know what that means. The doctor has an issue. You know what? I will. I'll copy on the show notes. I may as well. And then you can kind of evaluate. Look at me. Look at how I'm doing. You've seen my blood work. Why don't they present their blood work? They're cardiologists, for Christ's sake. If you're going to tell me, and what they don't do is offer another diet. So let's talk about some of the chief problems here. They did mention red wine. Well, there's a paradox apparently, because the French at least the French they looked at, ate this very heavy fat diet. And according to this guy named Ansel Keys, high fats are supposed to kill you. Why don't the French die? Oh, what do they do different? They drink red wine. Yay! Well, they did debunk the red wine thing. So now they completely lost themselves. As far as I'm concerned, they just put the nails in their own coffin regarding saturated fats, because the French are still living a long life. Apparently this population in France that eats a lot of foie gras, which is fatty liver from geese apparently, and they drink red wine. So they said, red wine must reduce whatever. They went into the cholesterol myth. Here's what I'll tell you about cholesterol. If you don't eat it, your body's going to make it. And I believe it makes it to the tune of 5,000 milligrams per day. So if you don't eat cholesterol, your hormonal body processes are going to produce it, all right? And it kind of gets mad at you because it's a painstaking process. Cholesterol is so valuable for the body, in fact, that it will recycle it during digestion, all right? So that's a part they didn't tell you. Now, let's say you have like me, a big fat guy about a year and some ago, all right? As I lost that weight, what do you think my body used as the energy source? I was eating 2,000 to 3,000 calories, but I was eating a lot of meats, a lot of veg, but somehow I was still losing weight. What is that fat that you have in your body, subcutaneous, around your liver and your pancreas, and your chinny chin chins, like Butter Bob says? What is that fat? That's saturated fat. Now, if saturated fat is supposed to kill you, why in the hell would a human body use saturated fat as energy during times of famine? Because not 100, 150 years ago, friends, human beings were always in trouble, always worried about famine. You don't know it today. You haven't known it for generations, because big food has kept you afloat, literally bobbing on water. I'm not going to go into that, but with their fake foods, to take just enough medicines to keep them rolling in dough, and all the while you're the guinea pig, you're the suffering, you're the one who's having a hell of a time. So anyway, you know what? You got to watch my channel. You got to watch Barry, Eckberg, Fung, Berg, DeLauer. Okay, you got to watch those guys, and then you watch these people coming up, and it's just popped up in the last 6 months or so. Oh, keto's this and keto's that, and you must go pure vegan and all that kind of stuff. Kind of can. I have a cousin, and her husband has been vegan, I guess, for a long time. I believe that I've heard her say that they are both on supplements. Okay, I don't supplement. I don't take Geritol. I haven't taken a vitamin pill since I left the Amway business back in 1990. All right, in the 90s. I don't take vitamins. I don't take minerals. I don't take electrolytes, and I don't take supplements. So I'll drink mineral water. I'll eat salt. If I really somehow think I need potassium, which I doubt because I don't have cramps, I don't have twitches, I don't have anything. So my potassium must be high enough, and maybe a little bit of lime juice I get, maybe the avocado I eat once every other week. Matter of fact, I don't think I've had an avocado for like a month. So I do eat copious amounts of eggs. I eat a lot of cheese, and there you go. So again, I hope I debunk the idea of the saturated fat myth. I just want to put this thing to bed once and for all in this high cholesterol nonsense. Look, if you don't take cholesterol, your body's going to make it. If you don't eat for a while, the food that your body lives on is saturated fat. So if this were somehow dangerous, both of these things, A, would your body make it? B, would your body use it? All right, that's all I'm going to say. You figure that out by yourself. All right, so I'm going to sign off. You guys have a great day, and be well.